You know, the world's really weird. You spend years learning how to make learning how to use formulas, how to make projects, to meet deadlines, to work with random people you've never met before, overcome all these obstacles. And then once you're done, you realize engineering wasn't the stuff you did, it's not the degree. It was the mindset and the kind of ways you were doing it. And now I really hate that idea because it kind of goes back to that thing. It's like, it's not about the journey. I mean, oh my God. It's about the journey, not the destination. So, welcome back to Keep It Simple. Today, there's no bro. We still love bro. Bro is beautiful. Bro is the greatest of all time. And by bro, I mean Raffo. I love Raffo. Yeah, today is Keep It Simple with Sako. We got the fireplace running. Got some beautiful water. Stay hydrated, please. And today we're going to be talking about guys, I feel like I'm a lunatic, by the way. I'm sitting all alone in a massive room. You could probably hear the echo if you listen closely. You could probably even hear the fire because it's so quiet. But yeah, today we're going to be talking about kind of who I am, I guess. My experiences in mechanical engineering and stuff like that. Why I did mechanical engineering. What led to, who cares about engineering, you know? And then kind of what it got me immediately after school type of thing. So starting off, as you know, we've been using AI and tech a lot. So I asked ChatGPT, I'm like, hey, interview me. And it was a little confused at first. It's like, so what's your favorite color? But I give it some parameters, follow that little guideline, the prompt of how to let it know what I want. And now we've got some bullet point questions. And I'm going to go through them, answer some of them, probably throwing a lot more in there. But today we're just going to be talking about basically school and educational life. So the first thing is, hello, I'm Sargas Hashikin. You can call me Sako. A lot of people call me Sako, but yeah. So this is going to be the story of how I started off trying to do astrophysics and then realized that I'd much rather do mechanical engineering. And then for some reason, I'm now in product management. How those happened? Stay tuned and we'll figure it out. So also we'll talk about what comes next a little bit. I feel like it's like the coolest part of a person's life because there's so many people in the world. There's apparently like 8 billion. And every single person's got their own story. Everyone's got their own mindset, their own journey, and kind of a future in their minds. And that's what's beautiful about being human, that none of us are the same. Everybody looks weird, so you're not alone. I'm not alone. And so, yeah. Sorry for wasting your time with that long intro, but let's get into it. So the journey so far, kind of my education and the foundation of my existence as what I do and why I do it. So I studied at California State University, Northridge, CSUN, super cool school. It was very close by. We went there so I could stay near my family because I love my family. Family is pretty much everything to me, and the people that I love are kind of the main reason I want to push forward so I can be better and create a better environment for everybody that's around me, basically. I want to be a good person type of thing. I mean, like, objectively for the world, for humanity. And so at first I wanted to do astrophysics because when I was in 11th grade, I took an astronomy class. Awesome teacher. It was cool. I love the stars. It's a beautiful concept that there's a vast expanse of everything and nothing at the same time. Like there could be an exact copy of Earth somewhere in the universe and we'd never know until we got there. And now it's like, oh, congratulations, it's now 400 trillion light years away. So you'll probably never get there. But just the idea of something like that existing is just so cool to me. And a fantastic example is like, there was a photo of like space. And then we finally got like the Hubble telescope up into the sky. or whatever it was in the early 2000s that was taking photos of the sky. And there was like a section in the night sky where there was nothing. It's pitch black. You can't see anything. And so it took a very zoomed in photo of right there. And now you could see there's 100 million galaxies in just that small chunk of sky. And all around us, there's more galaxies, and there's such a vast expanse of everything. That is just like mind-blowing, and I really wanted to explore that. I want to explore space, flight, and I feel like that's like the pinnacle of human engineering. It's like, hey, I know we don't have wings. We can't breathe underwater. We can't really jump very high. But you know what we can do? We can think. We can reason. And we can fly with massive 100+ ton creatures. And if you're talking about a spaceship, it's a lot more than 100 tons. So, I don't know. I just love the attitude of humanity where it's like, no, I think I'm going to do that. Just because you say I can't physics doesn't mean it's true. We're out here creating matter and potential dark black holes. But when I was in that class, I realized that, sure, like looking at space, doing the math is cool, but I want to be a part of the team that builds the stuff that takes us there, takes us to the stars, to the skies. So whenever I went to college, I decided I'm going to be doing mechanical engineering because that's the stuff that has lots of physics. It was super beautiful things. I really enjoy solving complex problems. And it's kind of interesting because I don't know if that was like something that I was bored with, because my dad, when I was like, we're not getting into this right now, but I was born. A year passed. My dad came to the U.S. Super great time not being together as a whole family for like 6.5 years or so. And then when we were reunited, every day or so, anytime there was some interesting topic that would come up, and like, let's say we would see the sky, and it's like, oh, it's a clear blue sky. How beautiful. My dad would be like, why is that, son? Like, why? Like, reason about it. Like, why? Why is the sky blue? And I would just sit there as a kid, like as a teenager, as a preteen, and I would just talk to my dad. We would discuss things. Oh, also, he's a nuclear engineer, so he's a lot smarter than I am currently. But yeah, we would sit there. We would reason through things. We would kind of, I would learn, and I think that's where my love of learning new subjects and like figuring complex things out comes from. Probably from him, and it might be, I don't know, probably developed from those times because I really enjoyed those times. I still do. He's still smarter than me, so he asked me to explain things, and he's like, haha, almost. I was like, okay. But yeah, so that's why I like engineering. That's why I like physics. That's why I like people, because people lead you to happiness and great memories are what makes you smile. But we get into college. I don't like doing general education stuff. That was my least favorite thing in the entire world. Like, the pain and suffering of having to learn about the human body and biology was so bad. I don't care. Like, it makes sense that you should probably know that if your head hurts and your eyes are on fire, maybe you should sleep. But I don't know. I like math and numbers more. So once we got past those, every single class that was like GD&T, bad example. Aerodynamics was awesome. Thermodynamics was beautiful. Heat transfer was interesting. Heat and mass transfer was interesting. All the stuff that was like supposed to be difficult and like it was supposed to root out who doesn't really belong here was the stuff that was the most enjoyable. It's the stuff that really made me want to pursue engineering more and kind of be smarter and like talk to people about the subjects. And I think that's what led me to want to be in the aerospace CSUN Aero team. The CSUN Aero team, we'll talk about that in another episode. There's like a lot that happened in 1 year and it was really intense. But it was kind of exactly what I wanted. It is a team. It's like a capstone project where like you have to finish one of these projects in order to get your degree from CSUN. And what it was is it's a team of like around 30 undergraduate students. Nobody has any idea what they're doing. Now all 30 of you have to build a plane, do all like the engineering testing. You had to do like a cost benefit analysis, lots of presentations. It all had to be backed up by math and lots of textbook analyses. It was hard, but that's what made it so fun because we were a group of people who had no idea what was going on, and we were doing our best. And at the end of the day, we made a plane fly, and it was an international competition. We got second place in the presentation for that competition. And it's kind of crazy that like out of the entire world, we were able to present such a beautiful project, so many great things. And I'm proud of all the people that I worked with in that group and all the things that we did. Also in that group, I ended up being the team captain for it. So that's kind of where my product management started, or project management, whatever you want to call it. Because I realized that I really wanted this team to succeed, and everyone there seemed like they were there to win. They wanted to prove like, hey, just because our team's not the best funded, we don't have the highest degree or highest prestige for schools, does not mean that you're going to beat us just because we have beautiful minds and we're going to take the fight to you. And these people were all so dedicated, mostly. I'm not going to mention who, but anyone who was from that team, you guys know exactly who I'm talking about. Some of them did nothing, but it's okay. Because at the end of the day, it's not about what everyone's doing, it's about what you got out of it. And I feel like a lot of us got out pretty much exactly what we were looking for. And it helped us get a taste and hopefully the first step into that field like of work. So that was a great project, super fun. I really enjoyed kind of discovering all the problems we had and solving them as we went. Kind of trying to figure out how we can get access to these like super secret government documents so we can actually answer these questions that we don't know about. But that was pretty hard. I think, but the hardest part about that wasn't the project. It wasn't the classes. It wasn't getting like the degree itself. It was what comes after, because that was the scariest part. Because it's like, okay, I know tomorrow I have to go to calculus class. In calculus class, this is going to happen. I'm going to have a test coming up on this day. It's all set. And it's like, oh, next year after I'm doing this, I have this. You're all planned out. You're ready to go. And that's because you're following like a step-by-step process to do something. Once you're out of school, it's like, what are you supposed to do? It becomes like an open world game, you know? It's any path you want to take, you can take, and that's what makes it so fun and also so intimidating. Because no one wants to take the wrong path. You don't want to spend all these years, all this money getting a degree, and then kind of waste all your time. So that was something that was always like in the air. Like anytime I would talk to my peers, I don't know, other students, that was something that kind of nobody had figured out, except for some people. They had like internships at like top companies, and they're like, yeah, you know, I think I'm going to be working here afterwards. I'm like, good stuff, dude. Like, let me know if you can get me a reference. But yeah, there was always that goal and always that fear, like, what if I don't do it? What if I end up working at McDonald's after getting a degree in mechanical engineering? So yeah, it became tough, but we all overcame it. Oh, if I would go back and give myself advice during college, it would be, shout out to ChatGPT. I'm sure there's a super simple one, but if I can go back and give myself one piece of advice, is to try your best during the general education classes, please, bro. They're easy credits. Everybody's telling you they're easy credits, you should do it, but like, please believe them. your GPA could be so high if you ace those easy classes, just put in the work where you're bored out of your mind and you really want to go and do other stuff, just do your general education classes. You'll be okay. You're not going to die from doing that one homework assignment you don't want to do. Another one is, one misconception about engineering students is, I don't know, it's hard. All the stereotypes about engineering students I've heard is true, or they're all nerds. Everybody that I ran into played video games, loved computers, was pretty great at math. Most of them did not play sports. However, there was a big chunk of us, like 22, I don't know if that's a big chunk out of the few thousand, but there are groups of people that do anything. Just because they're engineers doesn't mean they don't play soccer, doesn't mean they don't hit the gym. There are buff nerds. So, yeah, nerds are people too. Treat them nicely, please. Now let's talk about my career, where I am, how I got here, what happened after school, basically. So I graduated. Super great time. I didn't feel like I accomplished anything until I was walking the stage, and I finally took those steps up those stairs, and I was like, wow. The second I stepped down those stairs on the other side, after shaking the hands of all these professors and our counselors, I think they were called, I'm done, basically. I finally made it through all the 6 a.m. math classes, all the late nights trying to figure out what in the world a Fourier transformation is, or how the heck to use SolidWorks to run my simulations. That's when it would all be done. It was a very big relief. I felt like all the weight of the world was lifted off of my shoulders, even though I wasn't really doing anything that, I was doing a lot of things, if I'm being honest, but not to like downplay it. Like, it was hard. I did a lot. And a lot of the people I was with, we did a lot. But it felt really good to not have to be like, oh, be stressed, be stressed, like, oh, I have to wake up and do this. Like, how am I going to solve this? I was like, oh, I can finally relax. I could literally wake up at 4 p.m. tomorrow and no one's going to be worried about it. So that's how it was for like a couple of weeks. And then I realized, oh, I kind of need a job. I can't be useless anymore. So after a little bit of a vacation, it was fantastic. Went to a few cool places. I started looking for jobs, applying to a bajillion places online. Applying online, like on LinkedIn, doesn't really work, I feel like. I don't know what would make LinkedIn work. I feel like LinkedIn's more like a place where people are looking for like specific parameters. So if you're not like a 4.0 student that has like 14 years of experience in the aerospace industry already, you're not really going to get a call back. But what did really work for me was going to the events hosted by these companies. So like, let's say Northrop Grumman is doing a hiring event, please go to it. If you want to work there, if you want any kind of job, or maybe like just an interview for experience, go there. I don't know if I was just really lucky, but I got a few interviews just from just going to those hiring event places. Like the percentage of people getting a call from LinkedIn applications online compared to what are they called? In-person job events, it's crazy, bro. It's like, I don't think I went to a single hiring event and I didn't get a call back. Except one, CSUN's job fair. I applied to like 4 places, nobody called me back. A little salty about that, but if you go to the actual company's job fair, you're way more likely to get an interview at the very least. And maybe get the role. Dress nicely, wear a suit, wear suit pants, maybe a button-up shirt, have a nice belt. Don't be too flashy. If you've got a regular watch, wear the regular watch, not too flashy. Just look presentable. People want to see that you want to put the effort to show up for them. So do it. It'll be fine. Just like a little bit of self-care, I don't know what it's called, but it's a little bit of working on yourself in order to be presentable is going to go a long way in making a good first impression on these people. So after all those hiring events, finally did a few interviews. I found a company that I really liked, actually. I had two interviews that actually went anywhere. Um, One of them was for a company that looked way too stressful. I got to visit their actual team, and they just were not having a good time. Everyone looked like they wanted to die, and I was like, I kind of don't want to work here anymore. It seemed really cool until this one point. Um, but the one I work at currently, Glen Air, super cool dudes. If you get an opportunity to work for Glen Air, I'd recommend it. It's a great place to not only start your career but also like grow your career. All the people there are very friendly. There's lots of ways to kind of get ahead. You know, there's room to grow, and the environment there is like really nice. The people that interviewed me were people that like I was like, wow, you like I could use any one of you as role models, and I'd be like happy in life and get far. You know. Um, so yeah, I just highly recommend. Don't chase the first opportunity you have. Unless you're like really desperate, then you can say yes and then kind of like say no later, I guess. I don't really know. But I think it's worthwhile going to work at a place you don't hate being at, you know? But yeah, what I currently do, I think my actual title thing is product support specialist, which makes it sound like I don't know, you know those guys at like Walmart that walk around the tech area? And it's like, oh, I'm here to support you on these products, especially. But what I do is I support a connector group, like a product group, and I kind of help customers figure out which one's going to fit in there, or which connectors fit into their specific system, how they could use it. If they have like a problem, they're like, oh, hey, you know these things you sold to us for like $1 bajillion? Yeah, they don't work anymore. What's up with that? Stuff like that. Sometimes I give, I say sometimes, but it's only happened like twice. But sometimes customers come to visit our facilities, and I really enjoy the opportunity to tour them around, kind of show them like, hey, this is Glen Air. I know it doesn't make any sense for this tiny little thing to have so much involvement, but that's the level of depth, the level of engineering, the level of detail that it takes to be the #1 selling connector on Mars, I guess. Search that up, Google that. That's Glen Air. Yeah, it's a fun time. I wake up, go to work, talk to some people from around the world. I mean like daily. There's daily people emailing, calling from around the world, asking questions, figuring things out. And the most enjoyable part about that is when a new system comes up, there's a new project working, and they've got a problem, and I have the opportunity to kind of, you know, help out. I don't know. Feels cool. Self-prompt, the coolest project I've worked on so far is one I can't tell you about. But looking ahead, let's wrap this up. I feel like it's been an hour already, but so let's wrap it up. Looking ahead, where do you see yourself in like 5 to 10 years? That's the question everybody expects to be asked during the interview. I was not asked that in any of my interviews. Because I feel like it's something everyone practices for, and they're not trying to figure out if you've practiced. Maybe they're trying to figure out, like, does this guy even care to be here? Does this guy care about being at our company? Does this guy want to be a part of our team and actually grow in the direction that we want to grow? So in the next 5 to 10 years, I really see myself, I don't know. That's a hard question. It's too hard of a question. There's so many things I want to do, but I don't know. It all depends on how things go. I want to grow this podcast. I want to have the opportunity to talk to a lot of more brilliant minds. I want to see where the future is going. I want to see what the children of today are learning about, what their ambitions are. And me, myself, I have a lot of ambitions. I want to lead a team of engineers again, but in like the real world. I'm hoping one day I can kind of lead a team that designs something that can actually like save lives and change. I our environment in a way that's going to like benefit everybody, or at least everyone in the U.S. But yeah, in 5 to 10 years, I'm probably still going to be here. Maybe not in this exact chair, but I'll still be here for you guys. I'll be talking. If you have any questions, if you want any help on any random projects, I'll be here for you. Don't worry. I'll probably still have the same phone number because I really like the idea of having my text messages from like 12 years ago. Damn, 15 years ago now. But yeah, some skills I want to build on would be artificial intelligence. I feel like it's definitely the number one like trending thing going on right now. And I don't mean like trending as in like, oh my God, my Twinkie diet, finally got there. My Twinkie diet is like so trendy. Like, I can't believe we developed this great thing. I'm sorry, I'm not very good at those. But AI is the thing I want to learn the most about. I want to understand how these models operate. I want to be better at kind of manipulating them to, sounds like a bad word, but manipulating the models in order to get exactly what I need. Maybe develop a kind of wrapper, I guess, for one of those AI models so I could use it for myself, you know? Kind of adapt the technology to suit my needs best. This fire is getting really warm. My right ear is actually boiling now. But yeah, I feel like that's something that I really want to incorporate as a part of my toolkit, my skill list. And I'm really close to it. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I've actually been working on it. The next episode coming up should be on how to make AI agents. So that sounds cool, right? I feel like that's cool. Because if you look at it, an AI agent is literally like your assistant, and you can make it do exactly what you want. Pretty much anything, not really. But the amount of things that you can come up with just an understanding or a rough idea of how AI works and how to use the tools is incredible. I'll show you guys in the coming episode. I promise it's going to be cool. But that's what excites me the most right now. The future of artificial intelligence and how I can incorporate it into my life, maybe into my professional life, to kind of catapult things forward. If I could lead any kind of team, it would be... So if I could lead any kind of team, it would definitely be a team of aerospace engineers, a few computer scientists, maybe computer engineers instead. Computer scientists, I feel like, are the dying breed. But I'd really want I really want to lead a team of people who are passionate about the same project that we're working on, and that want to work to make a difference. The people that I worked with during the CSUN capstone project were an inspiration for like the kind of people that exist in the world that I'd want to work with. I'm going to name drop here, and if your name's not a part of this list, it doesn't mean I don't love you. I'm just saying that these people were like next level. I'm going to take that out. I'm not saying anyone's name. I'm just saying Sahil. Sahil, I love you, dude. You are awesome. And I hope that in my professional career, I can meet more people like you. Getting to work closely with you, you are the coolest dude that I had met in my entire life at CSUN. Amazing guy. If you know who Sahil is, text him. Tell him how awesome he is. Text yourself. Tell yourself how awesome you are, because you really are. If you got this far, not in just a video, I mean in life. Hey, if you got this far in the video, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. But if you got this far in life, you're truly amazing, because it takes a lot to live every single day. I don't know why I'm getting so inspirational. For some reason, I'm becoming emotional. I feel there's weight. But yeah, if I could lead any team, it would be a team of the kind of people that I worked with. I would happily work in a professional company with like 20 of the people from the CSUN Aero team. You guys were really cool people and beautiful as a mind and as a soul. I'm fascinated by by the future of basically humanity. I feel like with the introduction of AI, there's so many ways that the world is going to improve. No matter what aspect you look of it, it's going to go crazy. Like, I promise you, after we're done with this whole Middle Eastern war stuff, hopefully, we're going to be so far into the future, it's going to be crazy. Like, in the next 10 years, we're going to be where people in the 1950s thought we would be in like the year 3000. That's how crazy it's going to be if we can develop artificial intelligence to a point where it can actually solve complex problems. Remember how Apple released that paper? It's like the illusion of thinking. If we can get to a point where thinking is true, and we have these creatures basically that have infinite brain power and access to every single word, every single document that's ever been printed, it's going to be incredible what we can achieve. So I know it's scary, but don't be scared. It's going to be fine. Just don't put any weird prompts in there. So looking back at it, it's kind of crazy to think that, like seeing videos of myself from like late high school, like there's no way. Look at that little guy. There's a lot that's changed, you know. My mindset is still kind of very hopeful. I'm still very optimistic. I still love talking to people and kind of discovering and learning about new people, like what they want to do, you know, like what is it that inspires you, you know? I still love that, and somehow we've come this far, just being happy, jolly dudes. So if you're on a similar journey, you're trying to be an engineer, if you want to be a product manager, I've got some great advice for you. It's probably not good advice, but I'd really recommend you take a moment to kind of value yourself. I don't mean like evaluate how much money you cost and if you're worth to be alive. I mean like understand how hard you've worked, how much effort you put into things, and how far you've come just existing. Like, you're doing a great job. Like, as long as you're moving forward, even like a teeny tiny bit, you're doing a fantastic job. Don't forget that you're human and the hard work you put in actually matters. But for actual professional advice, as I mentioned before, go to job hiring events. If you want to be a team leader, act like one. Take initiative, take charge. You see a group of like 20 people, everyone's confused, concerned, scared. If you're confused, concerned, scared, step up. If you want to be a leader, act like it. Make it happen. Pursue your dreams and go the extra mile that the other people in that situation either don't know how to go through, or are too scared to take the step. So take the leap. You might embarrass yourself. You might call 30 grown adults cool cat for a whole year straight, thinking it's cool and be super cringy, but that's a part of the learning experience, man. It's the beauty of being human and doing the stupid things. So yeah, just don't be afraid. Take the leap. It's gonna be okay. You'll live, you learn. Unless you're gonna take a leap off of like a bridge, don't do that. Think. Something personal or unexpected about me. I could bench my max bench before I broke my rib was 245 one time when I weighed 170. That was so close to my life goal, my life workout goal. I wanted to bench 150% of my body weight because I feel like that's like really cool. But yeah, we got to like 145%, and then I broke my wrist again. Oh no, I broke my ribs. I don't know, I keep damaging myself somehow. But I'm still alive, and I will be for the next at least 70 years, I'm hoping. So I'll see you there. Thank you for watching. I don't know what's next. We'll see what's next. Next time I'm sitting here by myself, you'll learn all the juicy details. I'll spill some tea about that little project I was talking about, the Aero Senior Design Team. Great time. so many weird memories, so many great memories, and so many ways to thank you for watching, and have a beautiful day. I don't know where the video is going to be, so check out this video right here. I think you're really going to like it because I really like the fact that you've been here this whole time. I'm going to blur this section, but I'm going to keep talking just because I'm a crazy person sitting alone in a house, and I have been for days. Please send help. Oh, my back is sweaty.